Good morning and happy Tuesday. Ooh, it's got a little chilly outside. Got some snow. I was planning on going live on the river, but you know, some ice chunks floating down. It looks pretty cool with the icebergs. Hey, Saturday I'm going to be at the old Rock House up in St. Louis with Colt and the Get Down. We're playing Phillipalooza again this year, and the lineup's right on. We're there Saturday. Check it out. Let's see if we can't do something weird. Making things up, you know. How you guys doing? I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I got to go down to Eureka Springs area. Some friends were playing. Oh my gosh, I tell you what. Dom, you always kill it. Crazy Folkers. Got to see Alex play. Alex Hoff, if you've not seen Alex Hoff play, no matter what instrument he's on, That dude is next level, I swear. And you know, we were talking, we may end up kayaking the entire Buffalo River together. Wouldn't that be a cool National Geographic thing? Two wild musicians on a national river playing music. Oh yeah. Nonetheless, Saturday's going to kick. We're playing that's the old Rock House. That's one of those places that, you know, it's one of my favorite places to go see bands. You know, but it's also one of my favorite places to play because there's not a lot of seating. So everybody kind of moves up toward the stage, which makes it feel good. And I know for some people standing up for a whole show is horrible, but you know, for the band it's really good because you seem like you're part of the deal. That beat is cool. Let me see. Let me do something. Dehydrated a little bit out on the hike, and then your larynx starts swelling up. Makes you sound like a bro. You know what I mean? Sorry about that. Let's see if I can hang it together. I don't know what I'm looking for, but it sure is fun trying to find it. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Half your life is wasted thinking about the things you missed. I ain't got time to mess with all that. Earth is round, space is flat. Too much thought been pulled into that. Extra time is never the case. You gotta slow it down. Don't let it waste. I don't know what I'm looking for, but it sure is fun trying to find it. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Half your life is wasted thinking about the things you missed. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Show the way for a better thing. Can't wait for tomorrow, don't never stay. Samples of motion, keep your feet on the ground. Get off your ass, don't let them knock you down. Don't know what I'm looking for, but it sure is fun trying to find it. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Half your life is wasted thinking about the things you missed. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Cause I'm not living a dream. Mixed up world of fantasy, busting out the seams. I'm not living a dream. No, 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 I'm not living a dream. Well, it's never you, it's always them. It's not your call to decide who wins. People laugh, people cry. They're not trying to force your dreams to die. I don't know what I'm looking for, but it sure is fun trying to find it. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Half your life is wasted thinking about the things you missed. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Cause I'm not living a dream. Mixed up world of fantasy, all busting out the seams. I'm not living a dream. No, 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 I'm not living a dream. Can't find your ass from a hole in the ground. yeah. That's right. Here we go. I don't know what I'm looking for, but it sure is fun trying to find it. I ain't got time to mess around with that. And that's what I got for that one. Woo. Sorry, guys. That kind of thing happens. I lost my voice. And you know, usually it's because I'm hollering too much, yelling around at a concert or something. This time it was just simple. The weather dropped. I got this sinus thing happening, and that drip just happened. You know, you got to drink a lot of, for me this morning, coffee. Holy cow. You know, every time we go to visit Susie's mom and dad, it's one of those things where you realize, I know why you moved here, Eunice and Joe. This is a beautiful place. Everywhere you look, there's, you know, especially this time of the year when the leaves have fallen a little bit, you get to see the outcropping of rocks over on the side. Or you see, you know, it's like Cosmic Cavern where it is. There's like a bald knob with some trees on top of it. You can see that pretty much from about 30 miles all around it. And when there's no trees anywhere, then it's easier to spot it, you know, when you're rounding a corner or something. And amazing. And we saw elk this time. Let me skip around a little bit. We saw elk down by Boxley. What a cool place. Yeah, I tell you, the Buffalo River. If you haven't seen the Buffalo River, go see it. What's wrong with you? There's some cool things there. Let me get a song here set up. Sometimes I do these drums, like, and even if I'm not going to use what that one's called, Where We Are, I'll use those drums to do a different song, just because I know what the beat is. So sometimes I'm going through it and I'm like, I have no idea. And sometimes it works, sometimes it does not work. But we'll try this one. Watch your spirit grow, discovering the things we need to know about you. We already there, figuring out what to sing about. Travel the world in and out, found you. We already there, oh, found you. We already there. watch your spirit grow, discovering the things we need to know about. You're way already there, figuring out what to sing about. Travel the world in and out, found you way already there. Found you way already there. There's no way to hit that note. Friends and places, watch your spirit grow, discovering the things we need to know about. You're way already there, figuring out what to sing about. Travel the world in and out, found you way already there. Found you way already there. Guys, I love you all. Thank you for watching. I can't wait to see you guys this weekend. If you show up at the old rock house we're playing, I don't know when the sets are yet. I think somebody does, clearly. I just remember last year, Cincy gave us these little to-go bags. They had a couple pre-rolls, some all kind of little bowl. I'm still using that little bowl. Hopefully there's another one of them. Little thing with it. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, what a great week. I love Thanksgiving weekend, mainly because it's, I know the history of the way things really took place. We weren't having a turkey day with a bunch of Indians. It's not the way it was. Here's the deal. The holiday itself is still in place for a good reason. Thanksgiving. That's the part. You got to be thanks for things that have been given, and I thank you guys for giving everything you have. I'm going to give everything I got till the day we die. And I love y'all. Now I might go wash my face, do a little wake up. Had to take Susie to work this morning because she doesn't like to drive in the snow. So I was warming up the van and I thought, yeah, I did a good thing. And then I realized, oh, you're not done. Now you got to go drive. So we whipped a few shitties in the school parking lot, and yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Love you guys. Hey, I can't see the little words. Rita, Brad, Sammy. Hey guys, I know there's some more on here. Oh, let me see. Joe Bishop was watching. Holy cow! Joe was at some point I kayaked the entire Yellowstone River one time up in Montana, and Joe was the guy that went ahead, and he would find, we'd do 30, 40 miles a day sometimes on this river, 685 miles. So he would go ahead, and where the river might meet the road, it may not happen. You're counting bridges. 3 bridges will pull over, because you look at it on the map. Well, to get to that bridge, Joe would have to drive like 120 miles to get back to where we were. And we're just going 40 miles. We're like, well, I wonder where Joe is. And then all of a sudden, you pull up around the corner. He's got this flag. Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. And, and you pull over there and he's got the van with the trailer and everything. And you're like, well, this is where we're camping. Heck yeah, Joe. And, we have no idea. We're just like, well, this is cool. There wasn't anywhere else. And he's like, guys, I drove 120 miles to get back to here. And we're not thinking that way. I'd just like to say thank you, Joe. Still, my memory is of you just standing there, north of Livingston, standing there on the riverbank fishing. I took a picture of it, and I'm like, that's Joe Bishop right there. Nonetheless, I love you guys. Have a great day. Again, I do have a lot of gigs coming up, especially in December, and then we are planning a trip down to Florida. So if you're down the last week of December, toward New Year's, if you're down there, give me a holler. I'm going to I'm going to try to find Daniel and Thistle, but my buddy Mike and his wife Heather, they've, Heather flies all over the world every week, so placement's not as big of a deal for her, but Mike, he's built a fortress out in Colorado, and now he's in Florida, so we're going to go visit. And I can't wait to see what they've came up with. Love you guys. Have a great week. And see you guys on Saturday at the old rock house.